Hello, folks. I am back with the firearms product review, and this time it's going to be on the Romeo 4S 1x20mm compact red dot sight. And the last time you saw this was on my IWI Tavor X95 9mm rifle. And I figured putting this particular optic on uh, that particular firearm, since that has a futuristic look, uh, so does this have a lot of technology that's built into this sight? I'm going to try to make this quick. So this particular red dot comes in three different variants. It's the 4H version, which is going to be what they call their hunter version. The 4T, I don't know exactly what that is for. And here it is. This is the 4S. And one of the things that I liked about the Holosun sites is they had the solar panels on it, and this is my first site that has uh, the solar panels on it, and I was very interested and curious about having one with the solar panel, and also the uh, the reticles are pretty much different. The reticles kind of remind me of EOTech style, but like I said, it has an unlimited eye relief. It is 1 MOA slash 65 MOA with ballistic circles. It's dual power management that uses both, like I showed you with the solar and battery. Well, I'll get back to what those informations are with that. Now, it is a quad reticle. There's different type of uh, ballistic circles and ballistic plexes. So I'm going to show you on the box here what I mean by that. And there we go. All right, there's several different reticles that you can use. This is what you would use as far as like a standard dot, like on your regular red dots. This one has bullet drop compensation on here, and this particular reticle has the with the circle and the dot. This is more or less for close quarters. And this one here is also has the circle with the bullet drop compensation. Also, you can use what they call like a cross type. This is also the cross type with the bullet drop compensation. And also here is similar to this cross with the circle, and this is the combination of the circle with the cross with the bullet drop compensation. And as you see, there are a lot of different uh, optic things that you could do with it as far as what reticle you want to use, whether for close up or for distance. This also has the MOTAC MOTAC system, which is motion activated illumination system. Those are big words, but this is not new for Sig Sauer. They have that in some of their red dot, the pistol optics. What it does is if you lay down the optic while it's on, I believe within 120 seconds, I don't have that figure with me, but I believe once you lay it down and in between shots or whatnot, it'll automatically cut off or go into a type of rest mode. And then when you pick it up, it turns back on. So it is very good for saving power, and that way it will save your battery. Now, with that particular system, what's great about it is uh, with that, believe it or not, and I had to check this over and over a couple times, but in the manual, it states that if you have this on medium setting with a CR 2032 battery, get ready for this, 50,000 hours of battery life. Now, that's a lot of battery life. I don't know of any other firearm that does that, excuse me, optic that does that with 50,000 hours of battery life. And it is stated in that manual. That's what it actually is. And it took me by surprise, and it's right here in the manual. 50,000 hours of continuous use in medium setting, and using that CR 2032 battery, and that's very unique. What will help save on that battery power is these windows here for solar power, whether you're in artificial light or sunlight. So this is something that I want to test out during the summer when I plan to do some outdoor shooting. Uh, I did some medium testing on this, and I'll get to that in a moment. Um, yeah, that's what's really good about that optic, where you could conserve energy, battery energy, by using the solar power, and as long as this is charged up properly or just enough, even if you don't have a battery in in here, if you don't have a battery in here, this will still work without a battery in it. But you have to make sure that you've had this in a good lighting condition where it will be able to charge or will be in operating function. And it's a really outstanding technology that they have. Uh, Other specs on this, there is it's the outer casing of this is CNC aluminum. I have the quick detach mechanism here that you could put on a Picatinny rail. You just slide this over and it comes off in seconds. Uh, Another interesting fact now, one of the things is this is waterproof and fog proof, and this is with a IPX of 10 millimeter submerged underwater, anywhere from 10 minutes to 30 minutes at 66 feet of water submerged. And I'm going to refer to the manual again if I could find that, and because I want to make sure I have my facts correct for you. Dependability, waterproof of the IPX7 or IPX8, which is this is the IPX7, 66 feet submersion for 30 minutes and fog proof performance. So this is really going to be durable for a lot of different conditions that you may have, whether you're a hunter or whether you're a little bit rough on your equipment. And this works in an operating temperature of minus 30 to plus 50 Celsius. So that's minus 30 Celsius to 50 Celsius. So this is also good for cold weather uh, and also good for hot weather as well. There were some other things I wanted to show you. These flip up caps. Now, most sites have these little flip up caps, and they're usually dark. So the flip up caps here, or in this case, flip down, uh, you could see basically inside here. And what I like with these flip ups is they are transparent, so you can actually see right through these, and you won't smear the actual lens. So maybe if you touch the lens, so this is a good uh, piece that you can use whether you're in rainy conditions, fall conditions, or whatever the case may be, and you have maybe a smudge, maybe you're walking in the woods with this, and you drop your firearm, and you might get mud going onto the lens. At least it won't be on the inner lens where it counts. It will be on the outer lens right here, which is a plastic, and you could just wipe that off, clean that off. So that is a very good thing. It's protecting the actual lens. There's nothing worse than having smudge marks. Like I said, I had this on my X95, and I shot with this pretty well. I also used it on my CMMG Banshee M45. I used it on the MPX, my Daniel Defense pistol, as well as the Sig Tread pistol. And I did some experimenting with these reticles that they're talking about. It's easy to turn this on. You don't have to press both at the same time. You could use either one. So it doesn't matter if you use the negative or the positive. So I'm just going to turn this on, and hopefully I can do this right on camera for once. All right, now I don't think you're going to be able to see this with the camera very well. I'm just going to, and unfortunately, I expected it not to work. This is the first time I'm trying this on the camera, but what you see here is I have it set for this setting right here. That's what you're seeing here. I have it set for here, uh, and it's easy to change these out. I'm sorry for the camera, and it's not going to work like I wanted to. But what I was trying to show you is how to have this work for you, uh, and the functions. All you have to do is after you put this on by either switch with the positive or negative, you can use change to these different reticles. And the way you do that is you hold down the plus and minus together, and it switches easily. It'll transition to either one of these reticles that you want. So it's not hard to do. Like sometimes you have to really struggle and wait. And a lot of times the controls are very small. So that's where you're not able to get your thumbs or whatnot. These controls are big enough for large size thumbs, and to switch through to these different reticles, it's just easy. It's just very easy to switch through. And like I said, unfortunately, I'm unable to get it where you can see it. I'm filming off of a Samsung Note 9, so I do apologize for not being able. Well, this portion you can see it a little bit with the crosshairs, and I'm trying to focus, but it's easy to transition from one to the other with its brightness settings. I'm just going to cut this off since this isn't working the way I want it. But you saw how easy that is. I could press either one to cut this off. Getting back into the settings, on those firearms that I mentioned that I tested it on, this is your traditional. I tried it on this and all these reticles. At distance, I would prefer to use one of these three here, or these two right here, because I'm not used to having a ring on my optics. So for me, it was a little distracting, or it might have distorted the target that I was looking at. So too, it was just too big, and it was covering the spot that I wanted. Like I normally do headshots or target shots. So this was the better for precise shooting and your bullet drop compensation. Um, the plus right here wasn't too bad with the bullet drop compensation, but when you move the target up closer, let's say within 5 to 7 yards, uh, these pretty much shined, because when you're shooting from that distance, it's all about quick target acquisition. So it's not about accuracy so much as to hitting the target and a quick defensive or whatever type of drill you're using. So that's good for close quarters or something of that nature. And these, like I said, are better for distance shots. Other than that, really do like this particular optic. This was something different that I wanted to use because of, like I said, I'm all about technology and on certain things, especially when you have a solar panel right here that helps with battery life. I will be, like I said, in the summer we'll be testing this a little further. But like I said, all the other firearms I tried this on, it was dead on accurate. Actually, I did not have to change the zero or anything. I just went from one firearm to the next and it hit dead on. I highly recommend this optic if you want something different or something that would give you that option for like a regular red dot and for distance or something for a close up. So that's all I have, folks. Uh, thanks for watching. Happy shooting. Stay safe. Hashtag 2A.